My name is Marguerite Monet, and I am a freelance consultant working with the World Bank. I have been asked to tell you about Community Scorecard, which is a tool very close to my heart, and I hope I will give you the flavor to use it again and again in your own countries. I want to speak about the methodology. I wrote also a case study on Ghana experience, very rich one, but I will not present the Ghana experience because we will have it. And also because Gabriel is supposed to present 2 or 3 case studies during his presentation today. So I will stick to the methodology. Okay. What are the objectives of the session? What I want is to define what is Community Scorecard. And I would like also to describe the process, how we can have a challenge of Community Scorecard exercise and identify some tips, but we may not go inside of this. The outline, why Community Scorecard? Why do we use that? And also, what are the principles of Community Scorecard? The process, and I told you the example. I will not use it, but you will have steps. You have first to prepare the ground. There is a very important work to be going on here. And you have also to mobilize and sensitize. Sensitize first, and because you have sensitized the people, you can mobilize them. You need also to develop the input tracking scorecard. I'm going to speak about this because it's something a little bit strange, but it's fine. Developing the performance scorecard. Here you have the different stakeholders scoring the service, the school or the healthcare center. And the service provider also in point 5 have to do the same exercise. They have to self-evaluate their performance. Then you have an interface meeting where everybody comes together to discuss the scores and make decision and develop an action plan. And then you have a follow-up, and you need to institutionalize that change. The preparatory ground rule. It's very important to give time to that step because it sets the tone of the whole process. You need to have, very often you have a facility agency. You have an agency, maybe you will hire an NGO, can be CARE, can be another one. Because we need to have an institution who is going to coordinate all the action from point 1 to point 7. And that NGO, for example, will go at the location where we have decided to have a community scorecard and discuss with the local authorities and the implementers. It can be, for example, an education program, or it can be a healthcare center, a health program, or a water program, or an agricultural program. So they will go to the local authorities who are in charge of the sector and have several meetings because they need to collect information. Information about what? About the scope of the work, for example. We know that we are having a project in the education sector, for example. But we need to know what is the interest for these local authorities for this exercise. Where do they want to have it happen? Is it in urban? Is it in rural? And in rural, where exactly? So you need to discuss with them the scope, the location, the timeline. You need also to know exactly about what are the members of the communities who are involved or concerned by the sector you are assessing. So they will be the one telling you these are the different groups who may be concerned and who may have interest to attend your different meetings. And based on all the information you have received, you can then invite the member of the community to attend your meetings because you need to inform them. And which is important here at this stage is that you have to think about inclusion. You don't want to forget any group. It's very important. Sometimes you are somewhere where you have migrants and people will forget about the migrants. Even the local authorities, they will not think about the migrants. But these migrants, they need to go to send their kids to school and they need to go to the healthcare center. So they are also concerned. Sometimes they will forget also to think about some groups whose kids have been dropped out of school for any reason. Those persons also are concerned because they are not getting services. So you need to think about inclusion to be sure that everybody, how you are going to score. This is how we explain it to the community members. Here you have the different indicators, and here, every member of a group, let's say, for example, this is the group of women, and each of you will score each of the indicators on a scale of 1 to 5. And because we are in illiterate area, very often we are using smiley faces. This is 5, and this is 1. And for example, if you say 1, you have it. And we will cross all the boxes. And everybody has to justify why 1 or why 5. Why are you very happy? Or why are you not happy at all? Because we need to have all those remarks in this box, the last one. And it's very important. And it helps also to be objective. Because one thing you have to tell your people before going in the focus group is that you are not here to fight the teacher. We want to have common solutions. We want to make decisions based on your opinions, and you have to be very objective. Next. Same thing for the users. They will go through the same exercise. Next. And before you go on the next step, you want to calculate the average of all the scores so you can compare. And you want also to summarize all the information you have, and you want also to prepare your people to present the results. So there is some rules that they need to know about getting an effective meeting. Next. And during the interface meeting, you have all the flip charts on the wall, and each group will present the results, and also a discussion is going on because I don't understand why you put 1, why myself I put 5. So we have a discussion, and you can imagine the kind of skills the moderator need to have here, because you don't want conflicts. You want to give the floor to everybody. Everybody has an opinion, and everybody need to tell what he, she has to say. And also you have a lot of negotiation, because at the end of the interface meeting, based on the score we have, we want to develop a plan of action. Next. Next. This is the template for the plan of action. So here you have the activities. For example, they will say, we want to, let me give you an example from Morocco. The girls were very concerned for having a nice school. They want their school to be decorated, painted, have plants and so on. So here you will have all the activities. But you need to say who is going to implement. And in community scorecard, it's not the government, it's not the World Bank, it's you, it's us. we are supposed to implement. So that means that we need to be very realistic on what we can do. And if, for example, one of the activities need to go to the minister, so maybe we need to do all the administrative arrangement by ourselves. Maybe we have some money sleeping in one of the offices in the ministry, and we need to go there. But who is going to do it? Maybe it's going to be the manager of the school. Okay. So by whom, when, and what are the different actions you have to implement to achieve